it's not going to be rewarded with any sort of presence. Instead, Hysteria is just going to stick to their first read and start to bulldoze through. They'll actually run right through the smoke of AGM, so that doesn't stall them except for a moment. The flanks will be on here quickly, but AGM just has to withdraw into the church and wait for the cavalry to get here because he does not want to take this duel without armor.
Yeah, this is about to get messy right now. The flanks coming in, 2 players. That's Base. And another Shank. Lennon is completely blind. It's a nice flashbang coming out, but Base is right first frag. Now he up on the other side of the map picks up 2 kills towards the construction area, and it is down to a 3 versus 4 in favor of Hysteria. Down to 3 versus 3. P-Fitter, or excuse me, Jitter, not P-Fitter. That's finding himself a 2 kill.
They're going to be slowed for just a moment. There are 3 players here to defend, and they're dumping utility very effectively to slow this. It's the push out of the balcony, though. And the MAC-10 trades effectively. That's everything they wanted out of the SMG, but Shank is still in the pit, and he's found 2. That will be all she wrote as he is silenced, but AGM's managed to slip away. So now it is a 3-on-3 retake. There's some utility on Jonah P to get them in here, but there's also utility available for Hysteria to slow this down, particularly the Molotovs.
Yeah, and a nice, well-placed nade. Picky's already down to 53, and the retake attempt hasn't even started yet, but nice dink onto Dangle. It's going to bring it down to 3 HP, and Picky will have no choice but to use his utility defensively to keep himself alive, but the problem is there's no kit, so they have to go fast.
P trying to slide, and that just sets it all up for the Dangler. He claims 3.
You might not expect 2 players to be there. You might find 1, but it's going to be an instant trade pretty much. They're in front of you, Smoke, so they can actually go for that banana control, but it seems like Polar Race, they're ready for it. Picky Base picking him apart. Jitter answers back, but he's immediately traded back by Base, maintaining that 1-man advantage. And that Smoke is going to pretty much be the end of that push. There's still so much time left. I mean, this is before the 1-minute mark, and already
behind the fountain with nades sailing in around his ears. He hears them blooming. He hears them going off. And he's just gonna be patient. I like this spot. There's the first. Now he can get the second as well. The flash is perfect from his teammate. He doesn't quite have the kill, though, and Dangler will still have an opportunity to have impact. New clip in the gun. He transitions to get this plant. The op doesn't want to push him through the smoke. Although, as I say that, AGM wanted to see if he plant open. And he'll allow the bomb to go down, but get it as soon as he pulls off. Dangler tries to take the fight, and it's punished. So Polar Ace finally on the board, but only 2 alive here, Roy.
Position for the AWP. Now, good use of flashbang and smoke from Hysteria is going to have them at least shutting down the offense in the meantime, but AGM from top of the site finds 1 Shank from above, holding down that apartment's hit. Also finding another. All players alive except 1 now. Base falling down, but there's still 2 more players here, Mike.
I love this positioning from Shank. He just stays alive long enough. He'll eventually drop, but that allows the cavalry to come in.
Has him lined up. He takes down Mundo and gets a tag off on towards Dangler. But he's not falling back. He wants to continue his aggression. Hia comes out to hauls Shank. Base, they're still holding strong towards. He's not going to let the slip too far out of control. And it's all now down to Dangler. 1 versus 3. And Jonah B eventually shuts him down with everybody, so we can kind of create a little bit of a community interaction in the chat. But regardless, it's going to be a fast break on the series coming out right here. And Dangler putting down Jonah B. But Base with that AUG, spraying it down, holding it down. That's 2 kills for him. Dangler, Hia gone down. Mundo down to 1 HP. So Polar Ace once again sitting pretty comfortably. Mike, are you live? Are you here with us?
I am, and I'm hearing you clearly and not complete robot voice, so it's good to hear indeed. They're gonna re-aggress, this time trying to get up brackets, trying to get a little bit of control here, and it's straight into the op. AGM misses that shot, but the HE is gonna do the trick instead. Mundell now out. He was barely a whisper left in the round, and now he's been silenced. 2 players on site. Gonna battle it back, but Hysteria, it feels like they've been neutered a little bit. They've had some of the teeth taken out of their attacks. They've been blunted in the last few rounds. Shank will get a little bit too aggressive.
Wait, a bit of a... Oh, he has the right read, but AGM just staying tight to the wall. I like that from him, just kind of remaining patient.
And now Jonah's going to get an opportunity. Back exposed, easy frag, knows there's more on the swing. He can get support from the arch side, or from the awning side, rather. Well, he will get cleaned up eventually. It's AGM who's claiming his opponents 1 by 1 in mid, and the op will feast once more. 4 kills in total for AGM in that round.
Surprised that extra player Picky's kind of lingering around in Banana when they pretty much know that it's clear, but the flank and the pressure is coming in. The split towards the A site once again. We've seen this working before, and it seems to be working once again. And they find themselves not only the A site, but a man advantage going into this post plant. So Hysteria might be able to close off this half with a reasonable finish here.
This is a big position from Mundell. Unfortunately for him, he's just clearing bedroom at the wrong time. Timing is brutal, and now it's a 3-on-3 in the retake. Decent post-plant scenarios, at least with the player in towards pit, but the molly's going to force him out of it and right into the crosshair of AGM, who will strike with that off good and true. The flashes are good as well, and this player's being mopped up on site. It comes down to Jonah P with only 4 HP and Dangle 50. He's trying to get Dangle to swing. He's got no health to operate with, and Dangle knows he can bully him. Shonk to hold them as they flood out the balcony and try and keep them off of AGM's back. There's the Hawk. AGM finds the first and there's the support that he needs from Shonk, but Shonk can't stay alive for long, and eventually the numbered game just overwhelms them. It's still going to be an advantage for Polar Ace in the post plant, and of course it doesn't matter that they're letting that bomb go down, but Dangler alive and Jitter. These are the two most dangerous players, I would say, so far on the Hysteria roster. We'll see if they can bring through the round.
Yeah, it's a little awkward though, because Dangler's position kind of, they know exactly where he is. I mean, he's scoping around. They know exactly that he's on site, and I think he might just get overwhelmed right here before he can even answer back in any way. There it is. Picky burned.
You know, you gotta sacrifice your teammate to the Molly God sometimes. In this case, he's trying to sacrifice himself. And the defuse comes through, and it is 9-6.
And as it is, it's going to be Jonah P as the tip of the spear, just trying to force his way in towards the arch side. And there's a smoke, but there's nobody behind it. And this is actually going to be the wrap in towards CT. It's a perfect read as well. It's Mundle who's the only one to defend, and Mundle will get overwhelmed instantly, not even armor to save him off. And it's kind of a reversal of situations. Two CTs going to be making their way up the banana position to try and get back into this fight. Bomb will transition to a plant. Jitter and Dangler picking up a pair of kills might make this a little bit easier for them. They've now got the numbers advantage, if not the positioning. And Shonk tries to get aggressive. A little bit of a misread there, I would say. With the bomb planted, now it's up to AGM and Picky to hold on to it. And Hysteria just going to bundle up the 4 and try and be our wreck.
I mean, luckily for Polar Ace, they have 2 armored players left. They are in a good crossfire here. They can play together. They have to hit their shots. That's the first one. Picky, AGM, all timing in together. Eventually, the trade comes out, but it's still a 2 versus 1. AGM finding a nice shot onto Jitter, leaving Hia all by himself. He has a kit, though, so AGM time is not enough. It'll have to be a kill, and Hia with the kit and the kill, securing the round once again for Hysteria, just in time, too. No kit, that would have been a round right there for Polar Ace, but that kit, well placed. Okay, no replays, but I'm just gonna go ahead and solo cast this while we gave Mike reset up on the new server that we're using. Gonna be Mundle all by himself right now towards Banana. This is getting a little bit scary because he's a solo defender right here, and there's 5 angry Polar Ace players coming right at him. Gonna have to have a massive, flawless hold right here. His position is compromised early on. He finds 1 kill, running at him. Will have to reload, but Jonah P not giving him a break to breathe. The remaining players for Hysteria trying to find their P, trying to find some positions above the smokes, but it's gonna be Jonah P. Icky spraying him down. That's Jitter gone down, the hard hitter for Hysteria. Now there are 3 players left. This is a very unfavorable scenario, and if they're unable to find kills right here, that might not end well. Shots coming off. Flashbangs okay. Gives him some room to breathe. Jonah P is just looking so sharp right now, and Jonah P with the ace.
From the fountain. Out in the back towards Arch. I like this spot, and he may have an opportunity in just a moment. Jonah P is going to swing on him. There's the shot, there's the lineup, and there's the kill as well. First blood drawn on the round. He may get an opportunity for a second. AGM wants to peek this, but his elbows are peeking around the corner. Just didn't quite have presence as to how far out he was, so his elbows will get trimmed. That's a rough one to give up. The op fed into the same angle they lost Jonah P to. Bit of an issue there.
That's a 2-man advantage already. Shonk, one of the 3 remaining players, has been spotted early on towards the B side. Now, this should give Hysteria a pretty telltale sign that this is likely ending right here. Now, with Flashbangs following up, they definitely have an idea. Jitter, though, removes Shonk just a little too soon before he can do anything about it. And Jitter and Mundo closing it out, only losing 1 casualty.
But provided there's a smoke, maybe get that first kill, fall into the smoke, fade away, and allow the rotation to come into the post plant. There's a player lurking on the flank. That's Jonah P, who just spotted someone moving to booties around the other direction. So as his teammates take sight, he's going to set up to grab the rotators. And now they know that there's a potential for that flank. They've got to be careful. They've got to move in and secure themselves in the church. Jonah P is an ever-present threat, though he doesn't realize that there's another backstab. Won't matter. He goes into the op angle of Dangle. Loses his life instead there. He would have been silenced by Lennon if he had waited too long. And this is a tough situation to hold. AGM and Base, the dynamic duo. They've got an op. They've got a rifle. Almost no utility behind it. They've got to hold on. But Base gets 2. That's huge. AGM spots another coming through, and now they've got the crossfire set up. It's just ops for days, and they're ripping heads off of shoulders. Lennon now only one to defend, and AGM will just up close shotgun up him right. While AGM, he's looking for the initial pick, and no one really wants to give it to him. They're all a little bit hesitant, so instead they're going to turn their attention toward the top of Banana, where Dangler is ready to strike. He'll get the first, but there's a trade elsewhere on the map. Polar Ace now can pick their poison, decide where to go. But Jitter is waiting like a mousetrap at the bottom of the stairs, Home Alone style, to snap at unsuspecting toes.
And toes he finds in his second pair of toes on Picky. AGM and Base now the last 2 players alive. 4 players are surviving here for Hysteria moving forward. Would that be a great answer to this kind of the dilemma that they're in right now? See what AGM and Base are gonna be up to here.
Who could have a strong spot? The question is, does AGM hard clear it? He does indeed. That's a big kill to find. The other player stuck in towards the apartments, so though he's going to swing, he may not have the timing. Base is going to check it. That's bold, and AGM will at the least get a plan out of it, but now he's in a 1v2 with 19 HP. He's stuck in the corner, and he knows they're coming for him.
Yeah, this is... There's hope, though, for AGM. He has the element of surprise. They don't really know where he is. The flashbangs are going to go out now, and they're going to start the hunt for AGM. As soon as he gets to the top of the box, and as soon as he gets that kill, luckily for him, he's found Dangle. That's a healthy player. Now it's all evened up. It's one shot for one shot, but Jitter just a little too quick for AGM. And it is a round for Hysteria, but not nearly as clean as they would have liked this.
Is, however, a player almost out balcony, and if he moves, he's going to find open space and potentially a backstab. This could be a strong spot for Jonah P. Now as they move in towards bracket, he's going to realize what's going on. He's trying to flash his way out and actually give his position away. He's on towards site, but his teammates, they're all dead. He should find one. There it is, but he needs to find so much more because now he's the last man alive and he's stuck on site with no control of the bomb.
Yeah, the bomb's so far away. There's so many places that he'll have to cross before he can even get that. And I think it's being well held down too by Hysteria. They're not letting go of it this time. At least they have 4 players alive. They're not going to forfeit the bomb for free. 15 seconds left on the clock, and I think that is just going to be a save from Jonah P here.
Jitter, only the names to watch so far. It's going to be Sean getting aggressive. This time the CTs try to match it step for step, but it does not work out. They do a ton of damage, though. AGM is quite low, but they come out on top in terms of numbers. It is a slaughter on Banana early, and there are 3 bodies touching the cold cobblestones.
I wonder if there's a reaction here from Hysteria. See how it unfolds.
Base has the cross. Now he knows there's nobody to defend. That bomb can go down. They'll reposition towards the coffins. But Mundle, he's just walking into bullets through the smoke. He's lost himself. He has to back out. He doesn't know where he is. Lost complete control of his positioning. He just had to fade away. So now we're in the post-plant situation with a man advantage for Polar Ace. And they're looking to start to seal this game away. Looking to salt it and store it for the winter. It's going to be players moving in from the coffin position. A little bit of support from CT, but it's a great post plant for Polar Ace, and they're just going to be dropping bodies. That's the AWP as the last survivor. Dangler just has to take the fight. He's got to battle it, and with time expiring, he's going to try and get away. Picky, though, should not allow this. He's got the flank, and there's a player pushing in the coffins, so he is inevitably a dead man.
X Factor.
Oh, look at this push. It's been constant. It's who's been more aggressive on Banana, who's been able to catch that initial player off. And this time it's Dangler, and he's a big piece for this roster, as we know. So that's a big piece of the defense out. Now Hysteria looking a little worse for the wear, and Polar Ace can just continue to bully them. B site is completely open for the taking. Mundle tried to re-aggress to reassert a little bit of control, and he got demolished in the process. So now the site falls. The bomb will be planted, and it's left to Hia and Jitter to just try and make this happen. And they've got a flank. Jonah P is here. They don't realize it either, so he's got them exposed. That's an easy frag. And the last player spotted. He may not get the kill, but there's no chance he's going to get back into this round. There's 4 players chasing him from Banana. It's just a matter of time. Painted into the corner. He'll take the first, but there's more bodies on the way, and he's got to battle this out. The reposition is good, and they're feeding into him 1 by 1. There's no way he does this.
No, okay.
Oh, AGM silences him. Everybody wanted to get that last frag, and they nearly gave Hia a chance to get his team back into it.